Matt, we're going to look at the chapter 2 review, short answer questions. So we're up to question 11 now. So question 11, a car salesman earns 800 plus 10% commission on the amount of sales per month. If he's aiming to earn a minimum of 3,200 a month, what is the possible sales amount that would enable this? Okay, so he gets $800 a month plus $10 commission. So he gets 10% of whatever amount he sells. Okay, so let X be the amount. Okay, the amount he sells. Amount he sells. So if he's selling cars, we're not talking about how many cars he sells. It's the amount he sells. So if someone bought a Toyota for $30,000, then the amount would be $30,000. So 10% of something would be the same as 0.1 times the amount. Okay. So whenever I go 0.1 times the amount, whenever I say 10% of something, you're just multiplying by 0.1. Okay. And we know that he needs to earn a minimum of 3,200 per month. So that's an inequality. So whatever he earns $80 per month plus whatever the amount he sells. The total of that has to be greater or equal to 3,200 because it wants a minimum of 3,200 per month. So we're going to solve this inequality. I'm going to subtract 800 from both sides. So I'm left with 0.1 x is greater or equal to 4,000. Now 0.1 as a fraction is the same as 1/10. So it's the same as x divided by 10, greater than or equal to 4,000. I need to multiply both sides by 10 to get rid of the divided by 10. Let's go back. So let's write this back again. We're back to this question. We said 800 plus 0.1x is greater than 3,200. I subtracted 800 from both sides. So I'm left with 0.1x is greater than or equal to 4,000. Now I said 0.1 is the same as 1/10. So 1/10 of x is just x divided by 10. I multiply both sides by 10. So x would be greater or equal to 40,000, not 40, yeah, $40,000. So he has to sell more than $40,000 worth of cars. So he needs, so you have to answer your question in a sentence, in words. He needs to sell at least $40,000 worth of cars. Okay, so that's question 11. Question 12. Find the value of each of the following. Each of the following. Find the value of the unknown in each of the following formulas. Okay, so we've got 12a. We've got E equals root PR. So we know P equals 90 and R equals 40. Now I can substitute in 90 for P and 40 for R. So 40 or 90. Well, you're going to use your CAS to help you figure this out. So if I go the square root of 90 times 40 gives you 60. So E equals 60. As you can see, I don't want to necessarily work this out in my head, so I'll do it on my CAS. V equals U plus AT, so it's just subbing in. So U equals 20. Sorry, V. Okay, well, let's rewrite this because this one's a bit more complicated because you need to rearrange. So V equals U plus AT. We know V equals 20, U equals 10, T equals 2. We don't know what the value of A is, so that's just 2A here. Okay, so we want to solve this equation. I subtract 10 off both sides, so you're left with 10 on this side equals 2A, so A equals 2, 10 divided by 2, which is 5. For part C, V equals a third AH, V equals 20, A equals 6. V equals 20, big A equals 6. So I'll put a 6 here and the H. Now I can simplify this. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So 2H on this side, 2H on this side, and then divide both sides by 2. And then we get H equals to 10 divided by 2, which is 10. Okay. All right, finally, question 13. We want to rearrange the formula to make the bracket the subject. Okay, so these are good questions to practice. So let's go up again. I've got v squared equals u squared plus 2ax. I want to make x the subject, so I want to make x the subject. So in order to isolate the x, I need to get rid of the u squared first. So subtract u squared from both sides. So v squared minus u squared equals 2ax, because that cancels that. Now what I do is, because the 2 and a is multiplied to the x, I can divide both sides by 2a to get rid of it. So divide by 2a, that gets rid of it, divide by 2a. So what are we left with is x equals to v squared minus u squared over 2a. Okay, we're done. For part B, so for 13b, a equals a half r squared theta. That we'd looking letter that means theta. It's a Greek letter for an angle usually. Okay, so I want to make that the subject. So I want to get rid of the half first. So to get rid of the half, I need to multiply both sides by 2, because the opposite of half is multiplied by 2. Why? Because a half times 2 gives you 1, so that neutralizes it. So 2 times a is 2a. A half times 2 is just 1, so that gets rid of it. You're left with r squared theta. Okay, so how do I get rid of the r squared? Because r squared is multiplied by theta, the opposite is to divide by r squared. Gets rid of the r squared, so you're left with theta equals 2a over r squared. Okay, for part C, we've got p equals ri squared. Okay, we want to make I the subject. Okay, so I can get rid of the r, because r is multiplied by r squared, so divide both sides by r. That gets rid of that, so you're left with I squared equals p over r. Now to get rid of the square, I need to square root both sides, so I would equal. Now whenever we square root both sides, you've got to remember we have a plus or minus version, so you have to add the plus or minus. D, we've got s equals n over 2 a plus l. I want to make a the subject, so you have to unpack it. So I want to get rid of the 2 first, because it's divided by 2 times 2 times 2. So 2s equals, 2s equals n a plus l. I need to get rid of the n, so I divide both sides by n. Now because a and l in the bracket, I can't deal with what's inside the bracket until I get everything that's outside the bracket away first. So divide both sides by n, get rid of the n. So we got 2s on n equals a plus l. There's no bracket there anymore. Now all I need to do is to get a on its own, I subtract l. Subtract l. So subtract l. Subtract l. Gets rid of it. So we're left with A equals 2s 2s on n 2s on n subtract L. Okay, so that's my final answer. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how to approach all the questions from the chapter review. Okay, so there's no substitute for practice. If you're struggling with some of the questions, make sure you go through back to the exercises, and I'm more than happy to make videos for you if you need to. But the key is you've got to ask. Okay, I'm more than happy to say, Mr. Chan, I don't get this question. Can you do a video on it?